Hello, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. This is Scotty.
This is Steve.
Welcome to the Crow's Nest, where this week the X stands for expiration date.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
What it means is that I've developed this little quirk where when we go places, I like to pick up snacks that I've never seen before and bring them home and try them. In the future, hopefully quicker than this time. I'm not going to say how long, but it was in this decade. We went to Budapest, among other places, and while there, I stopped into whatever the equivalent of a bodega is. I guess they don't call it a bodega. So, Jó napot, and welcome to our little bit of Budapest in the U.S. We have some treats to try. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to pronounce them. Let's start with the dumbest stuff. These are airplane and related things. On the airplane, one of the airplanes, we were given some Monner. They're very big on
Monner. Yeah.
Monner. Europe seems to be super big on wafer cookies. I don't know why that is.
But this is a very, very tiny.
So we're just going to try this and give it a rating 1 to 10.
Okay, you go first.
Me go first.
First of all, it's very little. I mean, on the airplane. I mean, I know the bag of peanuts on the airplane has gotten definitely smaller.
Yeah, well, they don't have room to put food.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. I think it's supposed to be hazelnut.
Yeah.
It's definitely a wafer cookie, and you've had things just like it before. I would rate this Monner cookie. It's a solid 8.
Okay.
What would you give it?
Well, maybe not quite as high a number. It's this big. It's just a little tiny.
Well, I wasn't rating on its size. I'm going to try to fill up on it.
Okay.
This was just to get us through till whatever the
Well, it's not going to get you
was.
through the flight. We know that. So,
No.
yeah, it's tasty. I'll go along with your 8.
Okay, 2 8s for Monner. Okay, now this is a very dumb one. This is just the Austrian Air. Oh, I'm sorry, Lufthansa. This is the Lufthansa piece of chocolate that they give you, so you'll shut up. Here, try some.
Okay. At least it's bigger.
It's marginally bigger. German chocolate.
Okay, it's chocolate, all right.
I think it claims to be some kind of boutique chocolate.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Creamy.
I mean, as chocolate goes, it's a solid 6 for me.
All right, I'm gonna give it an 8, but it could be a 9. It's pretty tasty.
Okay.
And we've had these things. It hasn't been a year.
Not yet.
We've had these things kept in a cool, dry place.
So the shelf life is good because, yeah, it's been probably 10 months.
Okay, smarty. All right, let's a little change of pace. Let's have some. I'm gonna call it scroachy.
Scroaky.
Scroaky.
I'm gonna say scroaky.
There's a reason we don't name food scroachy here in the United States, because it just sounds too anatomical, really. These are rosemary crackers.
Okay.
My little Rose, would you like to have a rosemary cracker?
All right.
I have to finish these later, I guess. I got the whole big bag. This is also an airline treat. A lot of times when they bring the food around, I'm not really that into food, and I'm not going to eat just out of boredom. Sometimes. So they go in my bag.
They're okay.
Garlicky. Rosemary-ish. Rosmarian.
Yeah, they get like a 5, maybe.
The scroachy, raspberry crackers from, it might have been, it was either Air Austria or Lufthansa. Get a 5 from Scotty at the Crow's Nest. I'm going to give that a 7.
You're very generous with your numbers.
Everyone says that. Okay, this is the Mozart, what do they call it? The Salzburger Mozart chocolate. And I think that might dash you.
Yeah, these are, no, you go first. These are cool. They're little round candies.
The little round balls.
And they have
I'll insert a picture here.
They have a picture of Mozart on them.
Yeah, because he's famous for candy. As a child artist, he could only wish that they gave him chocolate.
They're pretty good.
I was given one of these on our trip when we were in Salzburg.
When they forgot your lunch.
When they forgot to bring me a meal. We were with a group, a Viking tour group, and we filled up a room, and they put on a great show.
It was wonderful.
Of songs from The Sound of Music, done in a very, very old place in Salzburg. But they somehow, out of the 100 of us, or maybe,
It had to be.
there were like 2 of us that didn't get a meal. And I was one of them. And they just, everyone else was eating, and they just ignored me, I think. And eventually, we made a small, very small ruckus. And the guy in charge came over and gave me one of these pieces of chocolate. And then they gave me a meal.
Yeah.
But this was a piece of shut up chocolate.
Yeah. It was good. I'd give that a. See, I consider all the goodies I've ever had when I'm scoring something.
I think that's wise.
And
that's a good system.
I would give that like a 7.
I might give it a 6. And it might be because it's possible that the foil ball wrapper that it came in maybe is not as shelf stable as some of the other treats.
Okay. Packaging lacks integrity.
Well, and I lack integrity because I kept it for a number of months. We're not going to eat this because I think this is hard candy.
It's really little.
We can't share it. But it has a story to it. This is called a Finny Mini.
A Finny Mini. Oh, Finny.
Finny Mini.
Oh, okay.
I got this in Bratislava on that same trip when we took an excursion, and they took us to a lovely restaurant called the Meat Restaurant. Again, maybe in Slovakian it doesn't translate well.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they had. There's a longer story here. I'm not going to try to tell the longer story, but at some point I went to the restroom.
It's an ugly memory.
Sorry. But while I was in the correct restroom that I was guided to, unlike the incorrect restroom that you were guided to, she went apparently to maybe the staff or enemies of the state restroom.
Staff we don't care about. Oh no.
I went to the correct restroom, fortunately, with a bunch of other guys, and we're in this tiny little restroom, and by the sink there's a bowl of candy. And I said, restroom candy, which is my favorite. Men's room candy is the best.
Yeah.
Something else we don't really do right in the U.S. I'll save this for later because it's a hard candy, and I don't want to ruin my appetite for
Wash your hands.
the goodies yet to come. Yeah. Okay, that's plate 1. How are we doing so far?
Yeah,
You all right?
Good. I'm not full.
Feeling queasy?
I'm all right so far.
Okay. And then while we were actually at the beginning of the trip, we were in Budapest, and we went well, like I say, we went to a little bodega, and I found just what I wanted. A surly clerk who I almost could not convince to ring up my purchases because she was talking to her friend, and a bunch of weird candy that I've never seen before. So, what these are, I looked them up. This is from the folks at Ferrero, who we know.
Oh, Ferrero Rocher.
Yes, ma'am. This is the Ferrero Hanuta hazelnut cream wafer. Remember I said they love wafer cookies, and this is one of them. It looks like this inside, and it tastes like, you can get these actually on Amazon. I've never seen one before, but Ferrero is a big company. Something made a noise. Probably my phone. You gonna finish that?
That's pretty tasty.
You know, it's a hazelnut cream wafer. As long as you're not allergic to any of those things, what could go wrong? It stayed crispy for a number of months.
That's good.
Me likey.
Yeah, pretty good. I would give that a 8.
I'm going 9. That is a strong offering from the
No,
folks.
you have all these other contenders here.
I know. Well, I guess I can go back and revert. Let's see. Next, let's go for the Knoppers Nut Bar.
Yeah.
Knoppers. When you know it's going to be good. I don't know. I'm going to make up slogans for these guys. This one is also available on Amazon. It's from Hungary, and it's $2 for one of these bars. Looks like that. That's a Knoppers Nut Bar.
Okay.
I've been called a nut bar. Again, some kind of wafery thing going on, huh?
A lot going on there.
It's the Big Mac of Hungarian candy bars.
I don't like it.
There might be texture issues.
No, there's a flavor issue there. I don't care for it.
So
Like cheap chocolate or something.
that's a thing. We all know that. What would you rate the Knoppers Nut Bar? $2 a piece on Amazon.
Okay, I'll give it a 2.
A 2? Oh my!
I wouldn't eat that if I was hungry.
It has I think those nuts might be hazelnuts that are pictured there. It also looks like there might be peanuts in the picture. I would give it a 5. Yeah, you're not going to be able to read anything that's on there. I tried reading the package.
But this look at all the writing on the back of it. That's a.
There's also it's in many languages. But yeah.
Too many hands on that candy bar. I didn't care.
Oh, don't make me think about who touched it. I unwrapped it myself. I swear. So I give it a 5.
Well, good for you.
A 2 from Scotty. It's time now for the 3-bit. This is from the folks at Mondelez, which is a very well-known European candy. They sell stuff in the U.S. They don't sell this though. I could not find it on Amazon, but that's the right one.
Okay. This looks like it has marshmallow.
It's called the Mondelez 3-bit chocolate. Its description is milk chocolate with milky filling and wafer.
Okay.
Let's show it to the camera. Show the inside. There we go. 3-bit. 3 bits, by the way, in the U.S. would be 37.5 cents.
If thereabouts. Okay, well that's pretty good. I like that much better than the Knoppers.
The Mondelez, that is good chocolate.
It is good chocolate.
I don't like the description milky filling. I would prefer they didn't say that.
Yeah. I'd give that.
It's almost too sweet.
Yeah, I'd give that like a 6.
I'm giving it an 8. I just like candy more than you, I think.
Well,
you never know to look at me.
You always buy me some lovely candy at Christmas and Valentine's Day, and you buy me the very best. So I'm going to be very discriminating in my scoring.
Oh, you're very sweet. You don't have to worry about my feelings.
No, I'm not worried about your feelings.
Now the folks at Nestle, we've heard of them, bring you the Balaton Bum.
Balaton, what?
The Nestle Balaton Bum.
Oh.
Now, in much of Europe, a bum is not something you want to get your food near, but maybe not where this is from. The Balaton Bum is milk chocolate dipped filled wafer with caramel, roasted peanuts, and wheat flakes. Stretchy caramel, crunchy wafers, and wheat flakes make the Balaton Bum taste experience perfect.
Experience perfect.
You can find them on the internet, but not on Amazon. It looks like they're about $3 for this candy bar.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I want to show the inside. I'll show the inside of this part. That's a Balaton Bum. It's kind of attractive. They've got it all sort of royally arranged around the center.
That's pretty good. That's kind of like a Milky Way or a Snickers bar. I give that a 6.
It's a little dry. Would pair with a Chablis. a 7-Eleven Chablis. A little salty. Maybe the peanuts. It's different. It's almost a little savory.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, like I say, it is heartier than the others.
Heartier than the others. And your number for that would be?
6.
That's a 6. It's not very sweet.
No.
But I don't need it to be super sweet.
It's nutty and
I might give it like a 7.
yeah, it has a good texture.
Okay, now we're going, the last one of these is the CBA Pyros Banan Shelet. Looks like this inside. Did you hear the word I said, banan?
Wait, is that banana?
Well, let me read you the description. These are available online from Hungary, not from Amazon, for about 35 cents for one of these. It's banana-flavored jelly bar, also described as banana mousse jelly, covered in dark chocolate.
All right, you first.
Me first. It tastes a little bit like a chocolate-covered banana. Could be worse.
Oh my gosh. Tastes like a banana scooter pie.
I've never had a banana scooter pie. I've had
Oh my
scooter
gosh,
pies. I
they're
don't
so
think I ever
good.
had a banana one.
Yum.
The texture is not as weird as the words would make it seem.
Oh, but now now it's turning left. And there's this little sour thing at the end. This gets a 4. Maybe a 3. Yeah,
Does it go down the longer you leave that on your tongue?
That's icky. I don't like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it might be icky from the description, but
At first, it tasted really good, and then it lingers into this sour. I hope I don't need to go to the hospital or anything.
there's a Jim Gaffigan joke. I think it was when he was doing his Hot Pockets material. He said, "I've just finished lunch and now my back hurts."
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more
Really?
thing. Have I destroyed you? Are you ruined now?
No. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my other thing. I don't know if I brought it upstairs. Dance or something. Entertain people.
Well, that was an adventure we've been talking about for a while. It is fun to go into stores when you're in other countries and see what they're snacking on.
I don't have the other thing, but I bought a weird little liqueur that I was going to try on camera.
Right.
And we'll talk about Unicum another time. Yeah, that's the name of it. So that was our Hungarian snacks episode.
Hungarian, yeah, and
airplane and Austrian
snacks
and maybe German snacks.
Yeah, some German stuff in there too.
So, what have we learned?
That I don't really like the candy they make over there.
I think the interesting thing to me is that we've all been looking at the candy by the cash register in our home stores since we were little. As a matter of fact, that's the only thing I noticed about the grocery store when I was a kid, was at the checkout line, because they didn't have the no candy checkout lines back then. I would look at all the attractive packaging and make a huge nuisance of myself until my mother bought something that I was demanding. And there's lots of things I never got to try even then, because you could never try all of the American candy.
Yeah, well, it should be said too that there are fine chocolatiers in Europe.
There certainly are.
This is checkout line stuff and stuff they threw at us on the airplane to keep us quiet. I mean, this does not represent the fine chocolate in Europe at all.
Or the fine banana jellies.
Oh my God, that was awful.
From high atop the crow's nest, where the X is for extremely unusual.
Yeah. Your mileage may vary.
Kosonom. And thank you for, I guess I said thank you and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And this has been Scotty.
And this has been Steve.
And we'll see you next time.
You bet. Bye.
Bon appetit.
Scotty Steve, Scotty Steve, Scotty Steve, Scotty Steve.